this event?
It's a Trump rally.
It is a rally.
I'd say it was.
It's not a rally.
It's somewhat of a rally, but it's not a big rally.
Now, I thought it was a rally. It's not a rally. It's a bunch of people standing in line.
It's an event, it's a list, it's invited list only.
This is a private event that VIPs have been invited to.
Yes, only heavily vetted VIPs were invited, like this guy.
Sombrero Trump, Jim Yates from Lawrence, South Carolina.
Sombrero Trump.
Yes, it's not a rally. It's a leadership forming leadership teams.
I see a guy like this, and I'm thinking, this guy's got 2 dates circled on his calendar. Cinco de Mayo and January 6th.
Yeah.
This kickoff was packed with classic style and classic takes.
Donald Trump is president right now.
He's currently the president.
Absolutely.
He is still president. There's a lot of things that this Biden person does not have, like the presidential seal and things like that are pretty obvious.
Biden doesn't have the presidential seal?
No.
When he speaks, there's a presidential seal in front of him.
It's not real.
What is he doing as president?
He is in charge of the military.
Great.
The military is in charge of this whole thing.
The military were put in charge in 2018 when President Trump signed an executive order.
The American military arms that are going to Ukraine, we have Donald Trump to thank for that?
No.
That's
two militaries.
There's two militaries.
There's a good and a bad.
So there's 2 militaries. Donald Trump's in charge of the good one.
Yes.
Biden's in charge of the bad military?
That's exactly right.
Fortunately, there were some supporters who still believe an election cycle is actually necessary and were serious about planning for a long campaign.
It's just been doing a lot of preparations, a lot of testing the waters, and just what's normal.
Talking to advisors?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nick Fuentes, Kanye West, like the minds that are going to shape the point of view of this whole campaign.
Right. Yeah.
The original Trump brand is still strong.
Sweet as honey, that guy, huh? Mr. When the looting starts, that's when the shooting starts.
But a new election cycle could mean a different tone.
What are you seeing that is different about Trump and his tone with this kind of an event?
I think it's more elevated. He's at a more kind of a mature level. How everybody's got all their advisors. It's almost like he's finally listening to his a little bit as far as tone the comments down.
Are you noticing even the MAGA community being
they're great.
Serious and respectable?
If you watch the conservative rhetoric, it looks like you still love America.
Conservative rhetoric still respects positions of power in this country.
Our police, our military.
Our executive branch.
Exactly.
What's your hat say?
I don't remember. I could shit a better president.
Are you excited about Nikki Haley for president?
Very excited. She's done great things for South Carolina. She's tough. She's a woman rule.
The Republican Party needs a change, and we need someone with Nikki's foreign policy expertise.
I love Donald Trump, but I think that she has more of a feminine finesse.
You think Trump has a harder time with communicating with ladies? He has a harsher approach when it comes to women. He sometimes has to pay for it. He sometimes has a hard time navigating it.
Yes. I mean, I think she's really running to get, I don't think she'll win.
Oh, so
I think it's for VP.
So this is just sort of like batting practice.
It's just fun to be here. Why not?
VP or president, I was curious to see how Haley could win over ardent Trump supporters.
I voted for Trump, but I certainly will not be doing that again.
When did Trump lose your support?
The nail in the coffin for me with Donald Trump?
Let me guess. Charlottesville.
No.
But, okay, let me guess.
You're not going to guess it.
Kids in cages.
Nope.
The insurrection, January 6th.
Nope.
Okay. Wait, hold on. First impeachment.
Nope.
Second impeachment.
Nope.
Okay, inviting white supremacists over to Mar-a-Lago.
No, but criticizing DeSantis before his election.
Wouldn't have guessed it. So that's the line right there.
That was the nail in the coffin.
I would have guessed kids in cages.
I told you wouldn't have guessed it.
I know.
I would have saved you 30 minutes.
This is why you come on and talk to people. You're constantly surprised.
Yep.
Last week, Donald Trump declared his arrest was imminent and called for a protest to take our nation back outside the Manhattan District Attorney's office. So yesterday, I ventured all the way downtown and joined the media circus to observe this crowd of MAGA protesters who were definitely around here somewhere.
Yeah, this is the Truth Social here. It says, Tuesday, protest, take our nation back. Excuse me, is this the protest for Trump? Or the Trump protest, or the supporting, are we taking our nation back? Is that today? I thought it was today.
So I did have the day right, and then I found a proud and totally concealed Trump supporter.
Why are you here?
Because I'm here to support Trump, because they want to indict him.
So Trump went on his own social media, and he called out people, his supporters, to come out here and support him. And right now, that's just you.
I'm here.
Heavy as the crown.
I don't need you to come outside. No, I got this.
Okay.
I'm here to actually see what's going on. Everyone was talking about it, so I came here to check it out.
You wanted to see it with your own eyes.
That's right, because I don't believe what I'm hearing on the news media.
So what have you seen so far?
Absolutely almost nothing.
Nothing.
Correct.
This was an unusual MAGA rally. The numbers were low, and it was in my own city. However, the arguments over some basic facts were refreshingly familiar.
Do you think it's fair for Trump to be indicted if that does happen this week?
Listen, I don't know all the specific facts, but what I do know is he's my president.
Right now?
I think he's my president.
You think he's serving the role as your president currently?
Well, he's in my heart, he's my president.
Okay, good. I just have to be clear sometimes.
Well, sure.
You think Joe Biden is president, right?
No, I think that man is a scam. I just know that allegedly he's there, because that man doesn't make any sense to me.
But technically he is there. He is serving the role of president.
Maybe, I don't know. I haven't been to Washington, D.C. I've not seen him walk in the White House.
You don't think he actually spends time in the White House?
I don't know.
Well, but there are videos of him in the White House. I just want to get beyond this fact. He is the president of the United States. Donald Trump was the president of the United States. Fact?
That's what some say.
Oh, okay,
That's what some say.
Right.
I went downtown to watch Trump's historic arrest and the surrounding media circus. But I was curious how hometown boy Donald Trump would be greeted by regular New Yorkers.
Donald Trump, like, Jesus Christ, what more is there to say?
Trump's a dick! Yes, he is! Trump's a dick! Yes, he is! Trump's a dick! Yes, he is! Donald Trump, lock him up, nail the motherfucker, and get his ass.
Now, there were real diehard MAGA folk, but also appearing were some of the most respected and articulate members of the Republican Party.
Marjorie, are you afraid Trump will be mistreated by the gazpacho police?
Yes, the rising stars of the GOP came out in force.
If anybody can get Donald Trump off today, it's America's lead defense attorney, George Santos, who is a Harvard Law and Stanford Law.
Are you finally bringing legitimacy to this process?
That's why we didn't do video.
Are you finally bringing legitimacy to the process, George?
George, can you talk to us about your volleyball career? We need to know. Talk to me about your law degrees. Which law degrees have you gotten that you are bringing here to this?
I showed up.
As first president of the United States, do you feel that you can actually handle the jurisprudence that's going on? George, talk to me about your volleyball, George.
After a productive conversation like that, I feel good about our nation's future.
I don't believe what you're seeing is justice.
You don't believe in the grand jury process?
I don't believe if this was a civilian, it would.
I mean, he is a civilian. He's a person, but New York address. So he shouldn't go through the grand jury process.
I believe it should be dismissed.
Because
I'm going by a general gut feeling.
The way I see it is, the government is stepping over their bounds and doing what they're doing here, indicting Donald Trump. This stuff happens all the time.
What stuff? Paying off a porn star and then fudging business records?
I mean, come on, it's his own money for one thing.
And out of all the cases up against Donald Trump, this is probably the weakest one.
Probably the weakest one.
Yeah.
There's no evidence to bring about this prosecution, so...
well, we don't know that until there's a grand jury who can then see that evidence.
Listen, I think that everyone should get a fair trial.
So you would support a grand jury looking at all of the evidence, and if they decide to indict Donald Trump, well, then we will let that happen.
Sure, certainly. If there's evidence, every piece of evidence should be heard.
Well, I mean, that's what happened here. There's excitement in the air. It feels almost like the American version of a royal event. If the king f***ed a porn star, paid her, and then lied about it in business records. Like an American coronation.
And then the Donald arrived. The former leader of the free world was now possibly in the same room as a group of recently busted subway masturbators.
I think he wants to meet here.
You think he orchestrated all of this?
Yeah, because his polls, like DeSantis, was rising. Now he's taking all the air out of the room now, Trump. In 2016, he had all the media, Fox News, CNN was covering. Now they don't cover him anymore. Now they have to.
Getting arrested is the smartest thing he could do.
He's like one of the smartest guys that I know of.
You're talking about the man who's getting fingerprinted inside that building right now.
I think they fingerprinted him already. They have his DNA.
That guy's left his DNA in a lot of different places.
This is like the 7th time.
Could Trump run his election campaign from prison?
He can do anything, Trump.
Yeah.
Never surrender to the tyranny.
What is Trump doing here on this shirt?
This is his mugshot.
Gotcha. So that was taken when he surrendered to authorities to have his picture taken.
Huh? It says never surrender, but...
Is that on the back? Is the butt? Let me see the back. Let me see the back.
I think it's just Trump.
It's just Trump. So where's the butt part? That's implied? Nick, take me through your fit.
Well, I bought the socks in town.
These socks have Trump hair on it?
Yes, sir.
How much did you pay for this sweatshirt?
$40.
Yeah. How much you pay for the hat?
25. I think I get a hat at least once a month.
How many Trump hats do you have?
Probably 40 or so.
How do you feel America's doing under Biden economically?
Not good. I think, inflation and the gas price, everything has gone up. Milk and eggs are just through the roof, like buying regular food is, So you got to work 4 jobs to pay your rent.
Yeah. How much money have you spent on Trump swag?
A couple $1,000.
Wow, that's a lot. But people are having a hard time paying for the necessities.
Right.
As the Donald rolled in, I wondered what fresh ideas I had missed on the campaign trail.
He's been out in Iowa talking about, when I was there, he was talking about how he changed the name from Crooked Hillary to Crooked Joe Biden.
Oh, so he's focusing on the issues?
Yeah.
Great.
Sadly, the Donald's campaign appearances aren't the only thing on his schedule.
How many indictments are we up to now?
Georgia.
Georgia? Okay, great. That's
New York City.
New York City.
That's the most, the bankruptcy. And
New York is the bankruptcy one. Great. It's hard to keep them straight.
Right.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of indictments.
There's way too many.
I think they're just trying to throw him in jail.
They are.
To witch hunt, like what he said in New York.
Is that pre or post the first indictment?
I think that was right when the lady charges.
Wait, lady charges. Is that Stormy Daniels' lady charge or sexual assault?
Sexual assault.
It was sexual assault charges she was found guilty of, right?
I think so.
I think so. Are you 100% sure you're voting for Donald Trump in the next election?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No matter what happens with these trials, this election still comes down to their guy versus the other guy.
I mean, Trump has done more than Biden will ever do. And that's the other side of it. He should be in jail, him and his kid, for treason. I mean, they've taken money from other countries who we're not really in favor of.
It's insane. The fact that, like, you can have a member of your family get billions of dollars from Saudi Arabia is nuts.
Yeah.
Right?
They're nothing but a big cover-up.
So you think Trump should be punished for all of that money that Ivanka and Jared got?
No.
Nope. Wait, who are you talking about?
I'm talking about Biden with his kid. And
oh, not the Jared and Ivanka money from Saudi Arabia.
No.
Does that bother you?
No.
Right.